Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Corruption Incorporated. My name is Ionicles. I'm your host, broadcasting as usual from the cloud. And this is the fourth video in my Revolution 101 series. I am getting over a little bit of a cold right now. If I sound a little congested, that's why. I came down with it about 8-9 days ago, and I was pushing to finish my latest filing in the big awful nightmare Coldwell Banker Compass case that I'm fighting, which you can follow on here because I'm going to be posting about it as often as I can, as well as my arbitration case against Coinbase. I wanted to make a video today, though, even though I might explode into a coughing fit. The cough and the congestion's hanging around longer than I expected. It may just be because I was overworking myself. And I was moving also, so it's a lot of manual labor in the last few days. But I really wanted to make a video today because this is a momentous, if not pivotal, week starting in the history of the United States of America, and I want to say something about it. I also, like many, perhaps want to feel like I did what I could. Looking back, that I did what I could. I'd become very active on the platform formerly known as Twitter at these times, even though it seems like it's not the same thing under new leadership, ownership. And I think I've been hearing a lot of talk and people talking about moving away from it after this week. So might be my last few days on there, and there's so much hatred and there's so much name calling and just acrimony that it's like taking a toxic bath. And people have called me all kinds of things this week: rando, crazy. Someone called me a genocide supporter. I was supporting taking a neutral stance. It's funny that a letter came out signed by like 1,000 prominent writers and entertainers supporting exactly what I was saying. It's like, it's diplomacy 101, I was saying to these people, and they were dropping the hate mic on me again. But it's okay. It goes with the territory of this, taking off the mask like I have in my first video in this series. But every year around this time, I come back to a story I really love. It's from a graphic novel written in the 70s. They made a film version of it in the audience, a fantastic film version of it. It was made by the people that made The Matrix. And it's called V for Vendetta. It's very close to my heart. You saw me in the first video I posted with this on. I also have another one. I have this one. And it's really interesting. If you were to encounter the graphic novel, you can open up the first few pages. There's actually a picture. It's like a full-length comic book, of course. That's what a graphic novel is. There's a picture of this mask. The typical one is white, with black facial hair and eyebrows. These are departures from that, but there's a picture of this mask hanging, and it's someone speaking from this corrupt totalitarian regime that gets overthrown. And I don't support the violent destruction of a building, which happens in this story. I don't support that at all. No one should become a source of violence ever. But it is really interesting that in the 1970s, this is there, and this voice speaking, I think, like on the radio, is being quoted. And it says something, and then make Great Britain great again. It's wild to me when I saw that. I was like, that is really interesting. In fact, I think it was one of my buddies from high school I had lent the novel to. He texted me a picture. It was like, did you notice this? And I was like, whoa, no, I did not. Actually, I think that's what happened. He's a good friend. He's had my back through these 7 years I've been fighting injustice, more than most people I know, and I owe him one. But I want to share, I keep 3 monologues from the film version, and I want to share one with you, the third one, which I've clipped together, cut together from different parts of the film. I want to try to keep this video to around 10 minutes, because I can just talk and talk and talk and talk. I got a lot to say. But I think it's really important, country over party. I'm a moderate independent, so I don't really have a party. No party. But it's really important to remember some ideas from this story. And I wanted to share this with you today. I haven't done it in a while, so I may not remember everything I usually say with this, but it's important, and it's worth repeating, sharing. It's a woman speaking, a woman whose life is in a very bad place, a very dark place, and she's writing her life story on a roll of toilet paper. And the heroine in this film finds this and is reading it. So it's sort of done in voiceover, and it's done in different parts, edited it differently, but I've edited it together. And anyway, without further ado, she says, "Our integrity sells for so little, but it is all we really have. It is the very last inch of us, but within that inch, we are free. I remember how the meaning of words began to change. I remember how different became dangerous. They took Ruth, her partner," she says, "when she was out buying food. I've never cried so hard in my life. It wasn't long until they came for me. It seems strange that my life should end in such a terrible place. But for 3 years, I had roses and apologized to no one. I shall die here. Every inch of me shall perish. Every inch but one. An inch. It is small, and it is fragile, and it is the only thing in the world worth having. We must never lose it or give it away. We must never let them take it from us. I hope, whoever you are, that you escape this place. I hope the world turns and that things get better. But what I hope most of all is that, although I may never meet you," what does she say? "What I hope most of all is that you understand what I mean when I say that even though I may never meet you, laugh with you, cry with you, or kiss you, I love you. With all my heart, I love you." And if someone at the bottom, even in a fictional story, it's another idea from that story, artists use lies to tell the truth. Even if there's someone at the bottom, on death's doorstep, being tortured daily and experimented on, can find that in her heart, then we all have that ability. No matter how much we're hurting, no matter how angry we feel or how much we feel like some group of people or individual is deserving of blame, we don't have to respond with hatred. We don't have to respond with the acid of that acrimony. Some of the most saintly people in history have, at their darkest and hardest moments, responded with love and respect and compassion and humility and acceptance. Those peddling divisive language in our country are not friends of the American people or of any free people in the world. Those who would drive us apart, they're not our friends. They have a sickness in their mind, and they don't know it. That's part of what the sickness is they don't understand. Symptom of mental health issues is, one of the symptoms is we don't know something is not okay with our thinking. And I feel really bad for a lot of people right now. But we got a chance to show the world here in a couple of days that the rule of law and so forth, and the court of public opinion over here in this country is not overthrown by hatred and by lies, that we're choosing as best as we can, even if it's the lesser of two evils, a path that is not completely devoid of truth and love and compassion. A human being is a human being. No matter what we look like, we're all the same. So on Tuesday, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. On Tuesday, we can show them a 5th of November that shall never ever be forgotten. And we can vote from what's in here, not what's in here, not what's popular in our community or in our family or in our circle of friends. It's none of their business. It's not a team sport. It's not capture the flag. We can vote. I just registered in a new state. Got a new home here. Got a lot of unpacking to do. And I feel like I'm about to start coughing again, so I'm going to wrap this up and say that, as usual, peace and love to all of you, and we'll see you again soon. Tuesday's a big day. I hope you're all voting and doing what feels right. No matter what that is, you must, of course, do what feels right. All right. Peace be with you, and we'll be back again soon. Bye for now.